Welcome to our webinar series on GSC AML inspections. This video will cover suspicious activity reporting. We are going to cover the following topics in this bite-sized webinar: what, when, and how to disclose, an overview of Themis, writing a disclosure, and some best practices to consider. Let's get into it. SARs and other disclosures received by the FIU are an essential part of the global fight against terrorism and financial crime. Persons conducting business in the regulated sector are required under POCA and ATCA to submit SARs in respect of information that comes to them in the course of their business, if they know or suspect, or have reasonable grounds for knowing or suspecting that a person is engaged in or attempting money laundering, terrorist financing, or proliferation financing. A report should be considered where you encounter suspicious activity. Abnormal betting activity exhibited by a player is deemed a potential indicator of suspicious activity. Abnormal betting activity may include the size of a player's wage or increased betting volume on a particular event or wage type. For terrestrial operators, think about occasional transaction thresholds. Is someone very often just below a threshold, doing lots of smaller transactions or suspicious behaviour? The inspectorate would like to understand the rationale for any decisions made on internal and external disclosures. They would like to see this all completed in a reasonable timeframe with the dates and times documented. Some examples of things you could use to demonstrate your effectiveness include ensuring your policies and procedures include a tailored approach to your business on how to report, have appropriate procedures in place to ensure staff do not tip off, and monitor and test compliance with AML CFT legislation. Good practice tip: ensure staff are appropriately trained to detect unusual and suspicious activity. For terrestrial operators, think about occasional transaction thresholds. Staff should be encouraged to report their suspicions. A SAR should be submitted to the Isle of Man Financial Intelligence Unit. A good SAR should be clear, detailed, and timely. By clear, we mean that the SAR should identify the correct legislation to disclose under, fully explain your suspicions, include all documents mentioned in the disclosure, and, if you're disclosing under Section 24, you should document your decision-making. It is important to have a register of disclosures, even if no disclosure has been made yet. As part of the inspections process, the inspectorate will want to ensure that the appropriate people have access to Themis. The MLRO and DMLRO, for example, must have access to Themis. Themis can be accessed via disclosures.gov.im or through the FIU.im website. Guidance on Themis is also available on the FIU website. Some examples of things you could use to demonstrate your effectiveness include recording your rationale. Operators must evidence an internal disclosure was considered, for example, where CDD or EDD is not provided. It is essential to have a recorded rationale for a disclosure. This includes the reasons for not submitting a disclosure as well. Good practice tip: have the MLRO and DMLRO regularly log in to ensure that they can report external disclosures when required and review any alerts. In conclusion, ensure staff are given training which is bespoke to the reporting procedures of the operator and the Isle of Man Code, with a clear reporting line. Guidance on SARs should be part of the induction training to ensure all staff understand the process. Ensure staff have read, understood, and have immediate access to policies and procedures. There should also be consideration to translate the document for those who can't read English. Consideration should be given to whether the information is unusual, suspicious, or could assist the FIU. Think of the bigger picture. All SARs must be submitted as soon as practicable, and with the correct information included. Maintain a strong compliance culture. Continually review the reporting process. Are they fit for purpose? Has the MLRO or DMLRO received no internal disclosures, a sudden decrease of disclosures, etc.? Any issues relating to time, access, or resources by the MLRO should be identified at the earliest opportunity by the MLRO and board members to ensure they are adequately resourced to discharge the function of their role. For more information on the inspections process, please see the other videos in this playlist on our YouTube channel or view the guidance on our website.